Step to the stub to the mister. Just go ahead and make a move and kiss her. All right, so today we're going to be doing a Shrouded Fable opening. I know Shrouded Fable is old news, but I have a bunch of backlog for openings that I need to do. So we're going to be doing the Kingambit Illustration Collection box. Kingambit brings down the big blade. Oh, wow. Like that promo. We have the Kingdra EX special illustration. Take command of battle with Kingdra EX, as well as the Greninja EX. You got to let me know if you like the Greninja or the Kingdra. Oh, can you say it? See me? Can you see what I see? And what is Greninja EX strikes and slashes with stealth. So I guess I'll throw up how much I paid for these. It was a long time ago I ordered these. I pre-ordered these on eBay, and we have a bunch of packs. My plan is to open up all of these, then open up this bubble mailer, then put these away in binders, and I have a ton of talking points to go over. So I guess we'll just go in the order of these boxes, and let me open up all these up. All right, so we're gonna go from right to left. We have the Kingambit, Kingdra, and Greninja. So we're gonna be starting out with that beautiful promo of the Kingambit. Wow. So the lighting is kind of low, but if I turn on this overhead lighting, it's blinding, because then look at that Greninja shining. So we're gonna keep it nice and low, really set the ambiance, the mood. It's a Friday night before I'm about to go out and have a great time. So yeah, that Kingambit is looking beautiful. It's Scarlet and Violet promo 130. There is the code for all the people out there. Enjoy that promo, and it looks like we have some Holo Exclusives for Obsidian Flames, it looks like. And more Obsidian Flames, as it has a little bit of the, yeah, has a little bit of that Cosmos texture. Let me sleeve this up really quick. Very nice. We have the Kingdra EX. I actually think I might like this one more than the Greninja. It just looks so nice. See that glisten in the waterfall, the eye, just everything about it. Scarlet and Violet 131. And we have the Seadra and the Horsey. So you get the whole evolutionary line, which is very nice. And those are from Shrouded Fable? They are. And then here is the code. Enjoy that promo, and let me sleeve this up. And finally, I think this might be the crowd favorite, is the Greninja. I mean, Greninja did win most popular Pokemon of the year, one of the years, and it's Scarlet and Violet 132. Like always, I'll have prices down below for anything more than $1. Got the Frogadier and the Froakie. Holo Exclusives. And here is the code. Enjoy that Greninja EX. I feel like Greninja EX has a interesting, is this the good one? 40 damage and torrential slot. Okay, never mind. That's not the good one. The fighting Greninja EX is pretty cool. So overall, great artworks. Let me know which one you think is going to win in this battle. Which one's going to have the biggest or most hits. I am putting my money on the Kingdra because that one's my favorite. So hopefully, but I will be opening up, what is it, 14 Shrouded Fable packs? So that's pretty cool. Let me know what you thought of the set overall. I think it's had enough time to kind of marinate. I think some of the cards do well, but overall it's a smaller set, so not too bad. I have only opened up one Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. So, starting off strong with an A-Spec Pokevital A. What is it? Heal 150 from one of your Pokemon, and it can't be put from your hand, or put into your hand or deck from the discard pile. Okay, good to know. Blood Moon Ursaluna, that's a cool reverse holo, and the Cresselia. So, nice. Starting off strong with an A-Spec. So, the Kingambit is already starting off really strong, and I do not have that A-Spec, I believe, so that's really cool. But let me know if you got any big hits from this set. I actually can't even remember what the #1 hit from this set is. This like, it's like a trainer card now or something? I'll probably flash the #1 hit from the set. Night Stretcher, really good trainer card. If I already have a copy, that is definitely going into the store. Biting Mochi, a decent trainer card as well. Crobat, pretty cool. And the Zoroark, really nice artwork. Oh, and we did get a reverse holo electric energy. So I'm gonna classify that as another semi-hit, which is nice, because that is going to be part of the set that I collect, is all the reverse holo energies, which is really cool. It has that nice texture. Oh man, so much has happened. My talking points go back to like, I think just after New Year's. So there's been a lot that's happened in the past month. And yeah, I try to alternate between, Kyurem, another card. Academy at Night, not bad. Power Glass, I've seen some uses for it. Yveltal, and we have the Monkey Dory EX. And dang, has it been a hit every time? Maybe this set has good hit rates. Oh, no, you don't. The ability. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, and if you have any Petrant EX in play, your opponent takes 1 fewer prize card. That is kind of crazy. Too bad that Dirty Headbutt isn't any better. It's 190 and you can't attack to the next turn, and it's 3 energy. Like, what the heck? That's not that good. Shoot. The one with 4 packs of Kingambit might actually end up winning. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we get any other cool artworks that I haven't seen. Oh yeah, I forgot the Dusknoir. Ooh, another Night Stretcher. Let's go. That will easily sell. And Sylveon always lists the evolutions in the store. The Joltik, that's a nice reverse holo. And the Dusknoir, I don't know if I already have the reverse holo. This we'll see when we start sorting away, I guess. But I guess that was the only pack that didn't have a hit. So this is that was a pretty good box. Let's see how the other boxes do. Hopefully I can get some more reverse holo energies and maybe an illustration rare or two. Those are usually the most fun hits to get, are the illustration rares. But it'll be nice to kind of fill in my binder finally, because I haven't even touched filling in the binder yet. Another Sylveon, Binding Mochi, Stuffle, that one's cute. I like that colorless. Oh, and another Monkey Dory and reverse holo Darkness Energy. Wow. So I can use that Darkness Energy on that Monkey Dory, setting us up very nicely. I know rotation is coming up in 2025, or April of 2025. This is 2025, yes. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see all of Scarlet or all of Sword and Shield rotate out, I believe. Yes, so that'll be exciting to see how the meta changes. I still enjoy watching the card gameplay. Cassiopeia, that's just fun to say. Another Kyurem can be listed in the store, and the Tapu Bulu, and dang, I wish that was a reverse holo Grass Energy. That'd be very nice. But it's good to know what, you know, besides the game actually like being fun and everything to watch and everything like that, it's good to know which cards are doing well, like Dusclops, so you know what to list on your store, and then that can fund your collection even more. And then it's just kind of like a cycle. Obviously, it'll never completely offset everything. Horsey into Horsey in the Kingdra box. That is a beautiful thing. Wow. That is just meant to be. Now I have 3 Horsies. That's so cool. But that, an illustration rare, is pretty awesome. This is a pretty, I would say compared to some illustration rares that I've seen, this one, I hate to say it, is basic, but sometimes basic can be beautiful, you know? Don't knock it if it's basic. Sometimes a good pound cake is all you really need, you know? You don't need that fanciness. Okay, if I get one more hit in here, maybe, just maybe, this might be the box. Kind of annoyed that I got 2 Monkey Dory EXs, but, you know, that just means one that is going on to the store, and I do sell on TCG Players, so. I haven't been adding any cards to my store, but I've been consistently getting like 1 sell a day, which I'm surprised, because, oh, another Dusknoir and reverse holo Water. Let's go. But just consistently selling, which is really crazy. I think as card prices fluctuate, I haven't been adjusting my prices, so I guess if there is a card that people want, and at first I listed it for way too expensive, and then now it's like the cheapest one on the market, then people pick it up. But I had somebody recently buy like 40 cards, and that's kind of annoying, because I think I have it set to where I only charge 99 cents for shipping, and that's going to be more than 99 cents for shipping. Ooh, I love the reverse holo Ancient cards. They look so nice with that solid holo all the way across. And just like the first box, the last pack has no hit in it. So we got that spread for that box, and then this spread for the first box. Wow, that's actually not bad. Let's see how we do for the final 5 packs Greninja. Let's see if your Water Shurikens hold it down. And these packs are really easy to open. I wonder if they cut back on the material that they took for the plastic wrapping, because it is very light. I haven't been really watching any other openings. I mean, I guess I can see the card game, so I see some of the, you know, artworks and stuff like that. But as far as watching openings, I haven't really watched any openings since, unless it's for an older set that I've already opened. But Petrant EX has some uses with that subjugating chains. Once during your turn, you may switch one of your bench Darkness Pokemon, except any Petrant EX with your active Pokemon. If you do, the active Pokemon is now poisoned. So really good ability to get things in and out of the active. You know, if something's trapped, you can switch it out. Or if something needs to switch to activate something, that can be useful as well. So it has some utility. It's an easy boss target, but it can be very useful if you don't want to put a bunch of switch cards or switch carts in your deck, or you don't want to retreat and lose those energy attachments. That is a good option. We have the Zoroasis Machinations, another reverse holo Silverwing, and the Copperajah. Okay, so this is the weakest box so far, just to start out, but maybe it'll come through with some gold or secret rares or something like that, you know? I'm always holding out. I like to think that Shrouded Fable has pretty good pull rates. I wouldn't mind. Is the Eevee illustration rare within this set? I know that card's going for a pretty penny. Academy at night. I always think of I think it's a SpongeBob episode where they're doing everything at night. And you got the Haxorus, Tapu Bulu, and okay, 2 more packs. I think the only Shrouded Fable product that I have left to open is an Elite Trainer box, but I think I'll be opening up a booster box the next time I open. But my next video that'll be Pokemon card related will definitely be a TCG player or just like a singles card video. Got Houndoom, Grogunk, and another Zoroark. I think that's the third one I've pulled in this opening. All right. If we don't get anything in this last one, it might have to go to... Yeah, it might have to go to the Kingdra EX box. This is the box that I really wanted to win. So unless like a special illustration rare is in here or something, I don't know. I don't see it. Another Banimuchi. A Golbat. And are there not a lot of... There might not be a lot of EXs in this set. Maybe that's what it is. There's probably not a lot of EXs, so you're going to get a ton of duplicates. Because I know this is a smaller set. What is it? It's... Yeah, it's only 64. Chill. It's only 64. Okay, but the Pestilent EX is a good one to get a duplicate of. All right, so... Definitely not this one. Between these two, the Monkey Dories obviously cancel each other out. The Energies obviously cancel each other out. I mean, A-Spec versus Illustration Rare. I personally want more Illustration Rares, but you could even combine these two, like, or if these cancel each other out, you say they're equal, I'm still one energy up. So the Kingdra EX wins. Let go. Let's go. So I'm going to clean this up, organize it. Oh, I guess... Part of my talking points and video will just be sorting all these cards. So I might not even get to the binder, which is fine. But I'm going to try to get through as many talking points as I can. And yeah, let's go to the next part. Man, y'all almost let me forget. I have a slab to open. So let me get this slab open really quick. Hopefully it's a good one. I have a massive backload of slabs at the moment. Because if something's good, I order it. And since I don't do videos as often, they have just been, yeah, they've been being neglected. So for every video, I'm going to try to do at least one slab, even if it's just an opening. Oh, wait. This isn't a slab. What the heck is this? Oh my goodness gracious. This is part of a TCG player video? Shoot. Okay, you guys get a mix of... Oh, it's this. Okay, okay. Hold on. This is a surprise-a-rooney. Yeah, this is the side that opens it, right? Okay. All right, I guess so. Speaking of Shrouded Fable, we have a Dusclops. Special illustration, or not special, just a regular illustration rare with that cursed blast. Very useful. It's a love-or-hate card for sure, but that'll be another card that I need to organize. And then I do have the legendary, illustrious reverse holo Kirlia from Paldean Fates. I never actually pulled this card out. All my Paldean Fates product is gone. So now I'm almost tempted to go grab one more thing so I can actually do a slab, but this will be added to my Kirlia Master Set, because I think this is the only English Kirlia that I don't have currently. So even though I think I have it in PSA 10, which is kind of crazy. All right, let me go get a slab. All right, take two. Hopefully the pink is a good sign. Let's make sure that this is a slab. Ooh, bubble within bubble. Oh, shoot. Almost revealed it. Okay, we have a CGC. Very nice and shiny. Let's see, got the nice contrast of colors. And we have... Wow, a Hidden Fates Kirlia and CGC 10. I think I'm just wanting to get every single variant of Kirlia, like in all the different grading platforms and everything. I think I have the old school CGC Kirlia in a 10. So I'll probably do another video with which slab is the best, but this one's clean. I want a perfect seat, like an old school perfect CGC, and I also want a black label Kirlia from Hidden Fates. But unfortunately, people see black label or those and they go crazy with the price. This is just an ordinary CGC 10, not even a pristine. I don't think I have pristine Kirlias, but I don't know if I have this one in pristine. I think I might only have the Japanese one maybe, but yeah, this, I will admit, CGC slabs just feel really nice and pristine in your hand. That black label is kind of boring, but the pristine looks so clean. So another Kirlia added to the collection. And I guess I'm gonna pull my chair up and then we can start going through some talking points and sorting out cards. Does it feel good to sit down? All right, let me just grab a reasonable amount that I can sort and not do the full stack, because I got decent sized hands, but not that big. So I'm gonna be going through all my talking points. I have quite the list. Who knows if I'll even get through all of them, but be organizing cards via color, then number, and then if I still have more left, then we'll actually start sorting away in the binders. So please let me know how you've been. It's been a while since I've posted a video like this, and I feel like I'm gonna be saying that for every single video that I post moving forward, because just the timing and the way my life is going right now, it's just, I'm not able to post every day, not able to post 4 times a week. I'm just not in that position in life anymore. I did enjoy it, and For those of you that were around during that time and enjoyed it, you know, it was great, but I guess all good things come to an end, if it was even a good thing in your eyes. So, what a weird intro. So first talking point I have, just so you know how long ago this was, I'm going to be discussing the wildfires. So of course, for those of you, I live in Los Angeles, California, Marina del Rey, so near the beach and kind of like southern, western. I was away from the fires, let's just put it that way. There were some people at work that were impacted by it. You know, I know some people that did lose their place, so it was very unfortunate. You help out where you can, but I mean, these fires got so out of hand, and the amount of acreage and area that they sprawled was crazy, and it was like literally the perfect conditions for them to spread. As far as how they started and all that stuff, I haven't really dug too deep into it because there's just been like a lot of depressing news lately, but I also don't want to get into too many depressing topics because I also am doing something that I enjoy and, you know, want to go through the other things, but just want to give you an update. I was not really impacted at all. So I knew people that were, but me personally, I wasn't. So if the fire is up to me, we probably have other bigger issues too. Cause yeah, I think you have to get through the concrete jungle. Like you'd have to go all the way through Santa Monica and then Venice and then you hit me. So yeah, it'd be a long ways. I did have a friend that was like in the northern part of Santa Monica that did get evacuated. So at like the worst part that it was spreading. As far as work goes, I'd say work has been pretty popping and not in a good way, but I mean, I think we all expected this year was going to be rough as far as the project goes. We have been having to commit later nights on Tuesdays and Thursdays because we just have a little bit of backlog of work. So Tuesdays and Thursdays have kind of turned into like our party nights where we literally are at work, and most people don't enjoy it, but me being the socialite that I am, I kind of enjoy being around everybody for a little bit longer, you know, since I'm not coming home to anybody at the moment. But also it can kind of drain you, and as far as it being sustainable, I'm not sure how long we're going to be doing this, or if it's when we get to catch up to a certain point. Who knows? But we're here, and I'm always trying to embrace and stay positive and all that stuff. So whether or not that'll lead to my downfall, who knows? But I'm having a good time, and I'm thankful that the people that I work with are nice to work along with. So this is kind of a weird experience. I was going to the gym early one morning, so luckily my LA Fitness started opening up at 4, but I was used to opening up at 5. So I usually leave my place like 4:45 and then I can get there right before 5. And I was driving there, and just imagine kind of being half asleep, driving behind the wheel, and I'm heading towards the LA Fitness. And in the opposite direction, in the fast lane, so I'm driving in the fast lane, the left lane, and then they're driving in the opposite direction in their left lane. And I see a dude skateboarding. He's just like skateboarding down the middle of the road at 4:45 in the morning, and it's complete darkness, not wearing anything reflective. And I'm like, oh, wow, that was weird. And like, I almost think you have the feeling like you feel like you're dreaming or something, because you're like, random dude skateboarding in the middle of the darkness. Like, who does that? That's weird. And then I keep driving, and I see a car heading in the opposite direction, you know, at pretty good speed. And I'm like, oh, shoot, he's in the same lane as that one dude that was skateboarding. And I don't see him slowing down. And then all of a sudden, in my rear view, I think I see something like fly up in the air. And I was like, what the heck was that? And at this point, I was already like turning into the gym. And I'm like, oh man, hopefully I'm just like seeing things and that was a dream or whatever. And so I have my workout, get out, and that whole road ends up being blocked out. You see the white tent, so you know somebody passed away. And yeah, that dude literally got hit. I don't know if he like bled out or what happened, but he got hit, ended up dying, and the car actually hit and ran. So the only thing that I could do is I had a dash cam, and I filmed I was able to see the skateboarder and like kind of the make of the vehicle that was coming through. Not sure whether or not they caught him, but I was at least able to give them like a good time zone of when it happened. And so never really followed up, but the cops reached out, and I was able to send them some information. So yeah, hopefully they got him, because I mean, imagine just going into work and like hitting and killing somebody. Like, that would be crazy. Like, I feel like you'd really find out how that, like, who you truly are in that moment. Because, you know, obviously the right thing to do and what most people do is get out and help that person. And, you know, as far as punishment goes, it's all about negligence. I mean, you could argue that somebody skateboarding in the fast lane with nothing reflective in the middle of the darkness is a lot of negligence. But then also, if you hit somebody and then drive away, there's an argument for that as well. So, I mean, I'm no cop or lawyer or anything like that, but I did a little bit of reading because I was curious at, you know, what could potentially happen. So yeah, that happened. Very weird. The only experience that I've had that was similar is I ran over a squirrel, I think. It like dashed across the road and I ran over a squirrel, and looking in my rearview mirror, you could kind of see the squirrel like bounce, and you like see the life leave its body, and that was like a very eerie feeling, very eerie. So it's the only other experience that I had similar. I'm not saying a squirrel is equivalent to a person, but before that activity or before that event, that was the closest thing that I had to it. Okay, hopefully that's the last like sort of depressing thing. Okay, now I'm getting into the TV show portion / anime portion of the video. So I should have this chaptered out. If you want to skip past all the anime and you don't care about anime, that's fine. I have other talking points afterwards. But the first one is the best one. Solo Leveling. Oh my gosh. This show has me on the edge of my seat every week. I wait for that Saturday to come. It has been so good. Every episode, the cliffhangers are, they're painful. It's borderline giving me Attack on Titan vibes. But Attack on Titan would go on hiatus, which is ridiculous. But yeah, no, it has been so good. The last episode that I saw, they meet the High Orcs, and then they get dragged into the throne room where they meet like the boss High Orc, and then they cut it off, and I'm like, no, I must see what happens. So I'm filming this on a Friday night, actually the Friday night before the Super Bowl. I guess for those of you not from the United States or familiar with American football, it's like the final championship game between the two best teams or whatever in the country. So that's happening, and Saturday is the new Solo Leveling episode. I'm so excited to see what's happening. Let me know what you think of the season if you're watching it, or if you're just waiting for it to finish so you don't have to suffer like I am right now. But such a good show. My favorite anime. It was my favorite anime last year, and it's my favorite anime by far this year so far. And I've been actually watching a lot more anime, which is nice. So I do have the Solo Leveling manhwa. So that's like the, I guess, manga equivalent, but I believe it's a Korean like origin show or story. So I believe it's called manhwa. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wait. Oh, there's no electric in this. There's no electric in this set. That's crazy. Or maybe there's like only like 1 or 2 cards and I just didn't get them. But it's electric. Okay, so yeah, Solo Leveling, amazing. I have the books. I'll probably show off the covers because the covers are pretty cool. So what I've been doing is as the episodes come out, I watch the episode and then I read to see what was missed in the episode, because I don't want to spoil anything, because I'm so tempted to go ahead and see what happens. But I think I only have volume 5, and I think they recently released like volume 10. So I don't know if the story's even over. Someone that I work with has read all the volumes through, and he's been really nice to not spoil anything, which is cool. But love it, love it, love it. If you haven't started it, I would watch the first season, at least watch the first 2 episodes. And then if you don't like it, then I'm actually really surprised. But such a good show. Oh my gosh. I did finish Tower of the God Season 2. Would not recommend. I think I gave it like a 6 or something, or 7 out of 10. It was rough. It was all over the place. I was just not feeling it anymore, and I'm glad it's over. And if a Tower of God Season 3 comes out, I'm probably not going to watch it. Normally, I see stuff to completion. I mean, I watched Dragon Ball GT, and I watched all of 7 Deadly Sins, which I would not recommend. After like the first season, I wouldn't even recommend. But there is, what's his name? The Escanor, so he makes it kind of worth it, but besides that, yeah, nah, dog. It's a no from me, dog. Okay, and this set's actually really easy to organize because it's so small, so you don't have to worry about like 20 different numbers for one color, except for maybe Psychic probably has a lot in this set. I don't think I had any grass in here. This is later, I was about to say later in the alphabet. This is a promo. That's Darkness, that's an Energy, that's later in the alphabet, and these are Obsidian Flames. Sorry, I'm just gonna organize these really quick, hold on. Now we can set these down and get into the fire. Okay, so yeah, Tower of God, it was not, I mean, it's just the fighting, like, I feel like they can tee up such good moments, and then the fighting itself and the animation just was not inspiring at all. So yeah, I was kind of intrigued by the story because the plot twist at the end of the first season was like, whoa, I didn't think a show could still get me like that. And yeah, I know there's going to be more seasons, and like maybe I'll watch it if I'm super bored, but I have a massive list of anime to watch that I think will bring me more joy, so that is what I am going through right now. Apothecary Diary Season 2, so I got into the show because of my sister, and I'm going to stay watching it because it's nice to be able to talk with my sister about an anime, because it's like one of her favorites, if not her favorite of all time. And yeah, Season 2 is good so far. I can't wait for it to like build up into like the really, crazy, intense subjects, because it's still kind of, I don't want to say testing the waters, but it's still like the beginning of the season. I think they're starting to, throw out some seeds, or they're starting to plant some stuff for the future in in the season, but I mean, the animation's always on point. I like the characters. I love the main character of the show. She's Mao Mao. I just love her character and everything like that. She's funny. So hopefully it gets a little bit better, but so far, I mean, I'm still watching it. And it's only one episode a week, so it's not like I have to binge it or anything like that. And then Bleach, I did finish the 1,000-Year Blood War Part 3. I don't know why it took so long to do that, but it was finished, so I could just binge the whole thing, which was really nice and convenient. Kind of wish I did that for solo leveling, but alas, here we are, week to week suffering. I would say it was good. I think I enjoyed maybe parts 1 and part 2 better. This one just kind of, not a filler, but it felt like just more build-up, because the way that the second part ended was right as they entered where the Soul King was. And then it seemed like this whole part, they didn't really make any progress. Like, it was kind of weird. Like, they all made it to the, I guess, Quincy Palace area that they made, but everyone just kind of like fighting around. I don't know. I just didn't feel as inspired, I guess. Because when the 1,000-Year Blood War first started and the animation was way improved from the original Bleach, and like everything was like so more hype. But because there's the hiatus has been so long, it's almost having like the Attack on Titan effect. And yeah, kind of unfortunate. Of course, I still love the story of Bleach. I think I still give it like an 8 out of 10. But yeah, looking forward to the final part. But the way that Uryu revealed like his true intentions at the end, I was like, thank goodness. Like, I was waiting for that, because you know, there's no way he's actually against, you know, all of his friends. But sorry if that's a spoiler. But yeah, really like Bleach. The most recent show that I finished is Dan Da Dan, and oh my gosh, I can see why the hype was there. Really love the intro song, is so catchy. I can't tell you how many times I was dancing to it. I was binging the show, and usually when I binge a show, so like watching more than one episode at a time, I will listen to the opening once for that day that I'm watching it, and then I won't listen to the opening or ending for the rest of the day. But I listen to the opening every single episode because it's just so good, and I love it, and the animation, and it's just like a vibe. I can understand why it was like potentially trending, or it was like one of the most streamed anime openings, because it's so good. I love it. I already have it on my Spotify, and I think season 2 comes out in July, so I'm looking forward to that. The way where season 1 ended was kind of annoying. Like, I felt like it was not a good spot to end at all, but I mean, they kind of teed up the second season, but also I didn't think it was a good spot to end. Just me personally, but really love the characters. I really like the love story. I just like the little baby teases at it. It's just like so precious and innocent. It makes me happy. It brings a smile to my face, and no, it's nice. I consider Ayase or Momo or whatever her name is as the main character, and I really like her. She's, yeah, one of my favorite main characters in a while, probably since like Frieden or something like that. But yeah, great show overall, and I'm excited for season 2. 86. So when I made my post on Reddit as far as what anime I should watch based on my favorites thus far, they recommended 86, because they're like, oh, if Attack on Titan's your favorite, watch 86. And as soon as I started watching it, I was like, wow, this kind of reminds me of Attack on Titan. Is it as good as Attack on Titan? Of course not, but it is still really good. I think the story overall is decent, and the world building and all that is pretty good. I do like the main character, and she goes through like some, you know, psychological mental challenges, which is really nice. That I like, you know, the main character, like on the 86 side. It's really good. The only thing, my only critique is I am, you know, I was about to say old-fashioned, but I am basic when it comes to action and fighting and all that stuff. Like, I'm about that action, but because it's like mech, majority of the action is mech related, I just can't get as into it. And I know a lot of people love mech stuff, and if you do, then you'll love this show, but it's not for me. But the story itself is still good enough that I want to follow and continue it through. So I'm in the middle of season 2, finished season 1, and I do really like the dynamic between season 1 and season 2. Like, it feels like there is a massive change, and like the story is, you know, going in a different direction, which I really like. I think you can kind of feel what direction the overall story is heading in, but I mean, I'm about that journey. You know, I'm watching One Piece, so. Oh, I actually don't have a note for One Piece, but I have been slowly watching One Piece. It's the Fishman arc remake. I haven't been inspired to binge that because, you know, it's not any like brand new content. It's just in the new animation style. Oh, actually that was Darkness, so I needed to include these. What is the... So once again, very behind. The College American Football Championships did complete. Let me know what you thought of the playoff this year. If you thought it was the right amount of teams, if you thought someone got snubbed and should have been in, or if you're very happy with how it ended and everything. There were some very good games within the playoff. If I remember correctly, was the championship a blowout? No, I think it was actually a good game. I just remember them being really good games. I'm so far removed that I can't remember everything. But overall, I thought it was nice. It was cool to see a lot of like newer or teams that aren't always in it be in it. I know some people were still like hurt that, oh my gosh, like they deserve. Because oh no, did it end up being a blowout? I think it did. I think, was it? Oh my gosh. I think Notre Dame was like kind of holding on, and then Ohio State ended up blowing them out. I can't fully remember, but I think that was the vibe that it was going for. But yeah, Ohio State was kind of on one this year. So let me know if you enjoyed the college football scene this year. And speaking of American football, we do have the NFL playoffs ongoing, or actually pretty much complete. Just the Super Bowl is left. Of course, we have the Chiefs versus Eagles again. So hopefully... So my thing is I don't want the Chiefs to keep winning because that's boring, even though it's kind of hypocritical because I'm a Patriots fan. But also, you know, if it's not your team, you don't want to see that happen either. I don't have anything against Patrick Mahomes or anything. Like, he's a good football player and all that stuff, very talented. I mean, some of the penalty-related stuff is questionable, but I mean... Also, if you're really wanting to win and be dominant, like, sometimes you do some stuff too. I mean, I feel like I just want them to lose. The Eagles, I'm not a huge fan of Eagles fans, but I can't really come to hate their team because the players that they have, I actually really like their players, so can't really come to dislike the players at all. So, yeah, I think for the Super Bowl this year, I'm just going to be hanging out with one of my buddies, and maybe another one will come through too, but... Overall should be pretty chill, but this weekend is actually going to be jam-packed with activities, so much room for activities. But that'll be talking points for a future video, so I guess look forward to it, maybe. I think this PokeVital A will be a part of this too. I did do my last round of Pilates, at least for the foreseeable future, so I do have ClassPass, so I've been taking classes. You know, it's nice to try new things, meet new people, because I'm trying to, you know, get around LA, try new things and meet new people. And yeah, I did my last Pilates session. It was freaking crazy. As soon as you started the first exercise, my legs were shaking. They were vibrating. And yeah, if you want to get good nalgas, glutes, whatever, Pilates is the way to do it, or Legree is the way to do it with the Reformer. It's pretty crazy. But I discovered a new class called F45. Let me know if you've tried it or not. It's like high intensity interval training or HIIT with like circuits and all that stuff. I would say it's like slightly lesser than HIIT. You do a bunch of different exercises and all that stuff. And the community's really good. You get partnered up with somebody. The first time I met this one cool guy. He was awesome. And then second time, me and this girl got like really competitive and it was really fun. We were like the only ones like talking and cheering each other on throughout the whole workout. Everyone else was like dead silent. But the music is bumping. Like some of the songs that come on in remixes makes me want to be in the club dancing because I love clubbing. But I'm like, oh no, I got to sit here and do these freaking burpees. But yeah, it was good. My most recent one, there was a lot of burpee stations, so my like chest and shoulders are surprisingly very sore because I did a late night workout last night, and I was trying to do shoulders. I did back, and then I did shoulders, and my shoulders were crying out in pain. So yeah, dang, we actually got through all the cards. Shoot. Let me put these together really quick. And now for the main event. So I was gonna do like a binder time where I like organize my cards and everything, but I feel like it's a nice opportunity to talk to y'all with some disco lights. It is Friday night. Whether you're staying in, whether you're going out, you should have a good time, you know? Enjoy yourself. It's reading a book, bouncing it up and down in the club, you know, everything in between. Or just sleeping. So let's continue with the list. Already went over rotation, excited for that. I did get some PSA card sleeves, so a lot of the sleeves that I've been getting for my slabs have been like the really loose fitting ones, and it was kind of bothering me for a while, and so I got the perfect fit ones that I think are, they have like the PSA emblem on them, and they actually do really well. So yeah, I'm excited. I switched out all my other slabs to put them in the nice tighter slabs. I don't know if you've ever ordered slabs and they either come without a sleeve, like this CGC one didn't come with the sleeve at all, or they come in really loose sleeves. But when they're nice and tight, I love that feeling. So I changed all my slabs out to that. So, and I just bought them off eBay. I'll probably do a quick photo right now or something like that of what I paid. So I've done a lot of, you know, clubbing and going out this past month. And we did go to West Hollywood when it was completely dead, which was kind of crazy. I think it was in close proximity to the fire. So probably slightly insensitive. But they were like one of my buddies that I go with. He was getting a bunch of advertisements like, yo, come through. And we went, and it was so freaking dead. I mean, it was nice to have the full dance floor to yourself, but he's someone that gets off on like big crowds and hype and I enjoy that, but I also like having space to, you know, do my moves and everything like that. So it was nice. And one of my best friends, he's gay, and he has friends from the gym that are also gay, and there was a gay meet and greet. So he was like, hey, did you want to come? I'm like, sure, I've never been to one of those, let's go. So we end up going, it's like along Venice Beach, and we go, and I've never seen my best friend this uncomfortable, because he could feel like everyone's staring and looking and judging and like sizing you up. Because, you know, like when guys, you know how guys are, even like straight dudes in the club, they're like, they see their prey and all that stuff. And just, I was in there just having a good time, like dancing, drinking and all that stuff. But you can feel the male gaze, as I call it, the male gaze. So it was interesting to see him uncomfortable, because he's usually like the most comfortable person in social situations. So seeing him like that was, I don't want to say it was humbling, but it was just a nice experience. But we probably won't do that again. My goal for this year is to, I think I talked about this before. I don't even know why I put losing weight goal as one of my talking points, but I was 175 at the beginning of last year. I wanted to be 165. I ended the year at 170. So my goal is still to be 165. So just to lose 5 pounds. I think right now I'm chilling at like a cool 172, 173. So I put on a little weight after the holidays or what have you. So hopefully I can get back down to 170 and then eventually 165. I think I bottomed out at like 168. So hopefully I can get to that point again. But I'm feeling pretty good, you know. Let me know if you have any goals this year for fitness, or you're just trying to like run a marathon or whatever it is. I did go to a Korean barbecue place with some old friends. So I had some friends that used to work at my company, and then they went off to bigger and better things. And we were able to link up with them and eat some Korean barbecue, which was nice. So they also watch anime, so I was able to catch up with them on a bunch of anime. And yeah, it was nice to have some Korean barbecue with them. I'm always down for some Korean barbecue. We did also go to Silver Lake. I've never been out there. We tried out a couple bars and all that stuff. We did go to one bar and they had a disco night. But unfortunately, the disco that they were choosing was like very obscure disco. So we were all just kind of like, oh, this is fun. And they had like a live event going. And the only person that was on the live event was one of my friends. And yeah, it was just kind of funny. He's like, dude, I'm the only one here. There was other people like actually there dancing. But yeah, you can tell that just the music was not it. But of course, we left, got food. And then as we walked by, we heard them playing like ABBA or something. And it's like, of course, they play like recognizable songs when we leave. Maybe we were just there too early or something. I don't know. There was a happy hour where someone was leaving our project to go down south to San Diego. So we went out, had a really great time at the usual spot that we go to for happy hour. And then for some reason, like, everyone was just down to go further. This was a Thursday night, a thirsty Thursday, a salivating Thursday. And we actually ended up going to a bar that turns into, you know, a club later. And yeah, it was wild. It was like one of those nights where things just fall into place. You have a good time, and it was a really great time. There's a few in the group that have never been out with us in that capacity. So seeing them just really, you know, let loose and everything, it was a good time. And then also one of our coworkers actually had a birthday that day too. And he was trying to conceal it. Like, yeah, my birthday is, you know, sometime around this time, or my birthday exists. And then it was that day, and then we got the live band at the first place that we went to be like, hey, shout out to my homeboy, happy birthday. And it was so funny, but you know, it was nice. So we had celebrating someone like leaving, going off to, you know, a new place, and then birthday. It was really cool. And I think they gave us like a bunch of free drinks and stuff too, which is cool. The Switch 2, switching it up. The Switch 2 got, I guess, announced. Whether or not I'm super excited, I just have not been gaming like I used to. But, you know, if a new Mario or Zelda or Pokemon comes out, I'm going to be on that, of course. I still need to get through that, like, chibi Zelda game. I think I'm almost about to beat the second dungeon, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of behind. But I'll get it, of course, and see where it goes. And I think it's going to be backwards compatible, fingers crossed, which is really cool. That's the main thing. All right, back to clubbing. So my friend booked us for a club that was like throwback to the 2010s, which in theory, like the 2010s was a great time for music, for vibes, for everything. And I mean, we're about to turn 30, so just to give you a frame of reference of where we're at, that was a good time. And none of us noticed on the flyer that it was a 18 plus club. So there ain't nothing wrong with 18-year-olds, you know, right out of high school or whatever, but let me tell you, The vibe is very different, very different. We were getting in line, and when you see the dude with the freaking pajamas on, you're like, no, 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 no. And you start looking around like, man, these kids looking young, and you have to like wear a wristband and all this stuff. Because like if they let you in a club, like you're over 21 because you're in the club. But the fact that they had to wristband you if you're even allowed to be served drinks, I was like, ugh. The music was good. The venue was decent. But yeah, it was, couldn't get over the 18 plus. And someone was in there with their chanclas, and that was his last straw. He saw the chanclas. I'm like, I'm out of here. This is not it. And we had a bunch of people that were going to meet with us there. And thankfully we left and were able to tell them like, hey, do not come through. Do not come through. So we were able to redirect and luckily save the night. But lesson learned, if you're about to turn 30, don't go to an 18 plus club. Unless, you're introducing, it's a good like beginner club, if you're trying to get into the club scene and see if this is something you even like, it's a good, it's a good test run. It's like a starter deck, it's a starter deck for the clubs. And I guess it's nice for like the younger folk to have an opportunity to go out to those places, but also the fact that if it was like 18 to like 21 and that it was restricted to that, cool. But because it's just 18 plus, you do have some creepers up in there. So, and because of my age and how I look, like I almost fall into that category. So that's another reason why it's not the vibe. I did post a boot video. So I did finally review my brown, I was going to say Red Wings, but they're Doc Martens. Love them. Take a look if you're interested. I did get some oversized anime tees, so I kept getting ads for them, and I finally fell for it. And I got a couple from my favorite anime. They're a lot more subtle, because a lot of the anime tee are like big, out there graphic tees. I wanted something a little bit more subtle, so I'll show some photos of the ones that I got. I don't really have any oversized tees, so these are my first 2 oversized tees, so hopefully I can wear them and rock them well. One night, went clubbing, and then we went to Fat Sal's. I'll just show a photo of the food. I'm sure you've been to Fat Sal's. I've talked about it before. Just munchy food like crazy. Just mozzarella sticks and wings and barbecue and all this stuff in a sandwich. So yeah, full of flavor. I already talked about the F45. 222. Okay, so this is another experience. So 222 is a thing where you gather together with like 5 other strangers, so 6 people in total, and you meet at one location, and then there's another location afterwards, and it's like another way to like meet people, meet friends, if you're single. They advertise that this is not a dating app, this is not networking, this is not a friendship app, this is just living in the moment, living in the opportunity, and like, let's be real, most people that are doing it are freaking single. But overall, it was a good time. I think the benefits to it is you show up, you don't know anybody, you meet everybody and all that stuff, and you take like a 30-minute, I was going to say Quizlet, you take like a 30-minute questionnaire to figure out your likes, dislikes. I mean, they go into like politics, sexuality, interests, movies, music, like activities, hobbies, and everything. So they get into everything, match you with people that you're most similar to, and I'm not going to lie, like, I would say 4 out of the 5 strangers that I met, I would hang out with again. And then 2 of them I like really was cool with. And so we had dinner, it was fine. And then at the second event is where like all the groups that were eating dinner separately come together and you mingle that way. So, I mean, there was some nice people around and all that stuff, but overall it was just another opportunity to dance, and it was a club that I hadn't been to. So it was nice. I mean, it was more like a bar that kind of opens up with the DJ and dance floor, but overall, great experience. I plan to do it again on Monday because the first time I did it was on a Friday. I feel like that wasn't optimal to go on a Friday, so I'll try it on a Monday, and I feel like I would get people with different vibes because I feel like most people on a Friday trying to go out, trying to hook up and all that stuff, which is fine. Like, by all means, do you. But yeah, on Fridays, I'm just trying to have a good time with friends and dance. So yeah, I'll try to get on Monday, and I'll keep y'all posted. And the final one is my mom and dad did visit just shortly prior to taking off to the Philippines, and I was able to take them out to a nice dinner, and it was really nice. I only got to see them for a small moment. I did get to see them for Christmas, which was nice, but having them come through, me being able to treat them as guests, they're celebrating their anniversary, so it was really nice to see them and have a nice dinner with them. I think they were really surprised because the place that I brought them was very LA-y, so, it was like dark but loud, and the food was very expensive but delicious, and yeah, you could just tell they were very like out of their element, it was kind of precious. And, oh, I actually do have one more talking point. And dang, it's ending on a depressing note. We did lose, so like, some more employees. This project has a lot of turnover, so it's been rocking the boat, the team a little bit, so hopefully we can stay positive and keep chugging along. But, you know, another weekend to have a good time and see how things work out. So that's actually all I have for this video. Please let me know how you're doing. It can be collectible related, it can be life related, it can be, you know, oh, my table is leaning to the left or something like that. It can be anything. I'm always down to conversate in the comments down below. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pregame a little bit, go get some dinner, and then link up with my buddies. I think he's doing well on a first date right now, so we'll see how that ends up. All right, thanks so much for watching, and you know, going with these lights and everything like that, and thank you.